freedom in the world has declined for the 11th straight year.
When people say things will always get better, I come from the position of, oh my gosh, things can get worse, because I've gone to places which are the heart of darkness.
We are adrift in the midst of political leaders who are, in effect, children.
I'm worried about the general breakdown of global order.
Everything is changing, everywhere. We've built the most complex society in history, but increasingly, important parts of it are failing. It feels like we are living on the brink, but on the brink of what? I'm Dee Smith. I run a global intelligence company, and for over 3 decades, I've worked in more than 90 countries. I want to understand why our world has become so unpredictable, so volatile, and so dangerous. By sitting down with leaders in geopolitics, intelligence, the military, psychology, theology, and culture, I want to understand what is causing these issues and why we have let it get to this point. If there's one thing everyone seems to agree on, it's that what we have is not working. So how did we reach this point? What has created this dangerous world we now live in? We're going to look at arguably the greatest force for change in our world today, one that has pulled 1 billion people out of poverty, but is also plunging nations into political chaos: globalization. In this episode, we look at a part of the world where 3 continents and many cultures collide, and the site of much of today's most violent conflict, the Middle East. We're going to explore the many rising threats our world faces, from nuclear, biological, and most recently cyber warfare, to threats related to our resources and systems, and finally, to perhaps the greatest threat of all, the enemy within. In the final episode of A World on the Brink, we will tackle the hardest issue of all, our future. We will examine how we might respond to some of the overarching issues and challenges we face, the directions we may go, and what might determine whether we will succeed or fail.